Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. We are with our Teletubbies toys camping on the Playmobil RV. And there's just enough seats for each Teletubby. There are 2 seats in the middle by the table. That's where Lala is going to sit. Po is going to be the driver today. Uh-oh, the seat is facing the wrong way. We need to turn the seat facing the steering wheel. There we go. Be sure to put on your seatbelt, Po. Tinky Winky is going to go and sit beside Lala at the table. Which leaves our green Teletubby friend, Dipsy. Where is Dipsy going to sit? Beside Po in the passenger seat. We're ready to go. Let's put on the roof of our RV. Shut the door. Uh-oh, Dipsy, you fell out of your seat. There we go. Off we go to our campsite. Ooh, this looks like a great site. There are plants and rocks, and there's the fire pit. Dipsy, what is Po looking at? Ooh, there's a pink stone in the shape of a heart. We call those heart rocks. Tinky Winky lifts the roof where there's storage. There are 3 chairs. Let's set the chairs up around the fire. These are called folding chairs. There are only 3 chairs, but 4 Teletubbies toys. Lala will sit in one of the chairs, and Tinky Winky. And we'll set a rock over here for Dipsy, so that Dipsy has a place to sit. Oops! There we go. And Po gets the last chair. Oop! There we go. Tinky Winky is going to grab a snack. In the top drawers, we have the food and drinks. Let's see what this is. Oh, it looks like apple juice. This is a special treat for camping. The Teletubbies don't drink a lot of juice because it's full of sugar. The Teletubbies love to drink water and stay hydrated. In the middle drawer, there are mugs and plates. There are only 3 mugs, but 4 plates, which means we're missing a mug. And in the bottom drawer, we have, maybe this is a cutting board. And then maybe it's a map, I'm not sure. We also have a frying pan. They're going to cook their eggs in the morning on the stove. And there are utensils. There are 3 kinds of utensils in the drawer. There's the spoon. And then we have a fork. And for jam and honey and peanut butter, we have a knife to spread all of those yummy things on toast. Teletubbies also pack a thermos. A thermos can keep things either hot or cold. Our kids sometimes put warm pasta in their thermos, take it to school, and it's still warm at lunchtime. It's time to roast some marshmallows. Let's turn on the campfire. Or should I say light the campfire? Lala is going to roast the first marshmallow since there is only 1 stick, so the Teletubbies toys need to share. Lala knows not to get too close because fire is hot. It's getting dark and it's time to play shadow games with the little flashlight. Stay tuned for more camping adventures with the Teletubbies toys. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today the Teletubbies are on a Playmobil safari where they're seeing all different kinds of animals. And you know how much we love animals. So we thought we'd take a look back at all of the animals we visited last year. We may not have seen tigers or alligators, but we did see some pretty awesome things, like geese in the winter on the shoreline, a friend's new tabby kitten, colorful koi fish, kangaroos, we went to the ocean and found little mini crabs under the rocks. We spotted a deer nibbling plants in the backyard. And even Puppy spotted the deer too. But we didn't let him outside because we don't want him to chase the deer. While we were gardening last summer, we found a little green grasshopper. We also got to ride and feed horses. And finally we saw dinosaurs. Okay, so they weren't real. They were on a ride at Universal Studios. We hope you've enjoyed our adventures so far. We have a lot more to come. We're heading to the Caribbean, so stay tuned. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. We are here with our Sesame Street toys. We have Big Bird, Elmo, and Grover. And they're going for a ride in our Playmobil RS 2x3. 2x3 means 2x3 wheels. 2 times 3 is 6 wheels total. We are heading to a fish hatchery today. How exciting! Elmo is the driver. Everyone put on their seatbelts. Grover and Big Bird. Off we go to see the fish. When we arrive, we see big fish and little fish. These fish are called salmon. There are many different kinds of salmon, and soon we will learn about the different names and how you can remember them using your hand. But first we get to go see the little baby salmon. And there were thousands of them. These little salmon are called fry, and they are only about 5 to 10 weeks old. Can you see them jumping? Once they're old enough, they'll be released into the ocean, where they get to live a life of freedom. Remember I said I would teach you different names of salmon using your hand? How many fingers do you have on your hand? 5 fingers. First, we have our thumb. And our thumb rhymes with the name chum. Chum salmon. That's one type of salmon. And the next finger on your hand is your pointer. Now the pointer finger is usually the finger we use to pull up our sock. And that is the next salmon. Sockeye salmon. After the pointer finger comes the big, tall middle finger. And we call it the king because it's the biggest. And that's the next salmon, king salmon. Then we go to your ring finger. Your ring finger has silver on it. Well, sometimes. Silver salmon. And finally, the pinky. Reminds me of pink salmon. Let's go over it again. Thumb, chum. Pointer finger, sockeye, to pull up your sock. Middle finger is the king, silver, and pink. And once you've learned that, teach your parents. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today our Teletubbies toys are taking a trip on our Playmobil Holland Orange soccer bus. They're going to be going to a soccer camp today. This says Holland, Holland. It's also known as the Netherlands. It's a part of the world where you see lots of tulips and windmills. In the back of the bus is the Holland flag. Red, white, and blue striped. The Teletubbies would like to put their soccer ball in the back of the bus. The bus has room for 12 figures, including the driver. There are already some players sitting on the bus, and there is only room in the back. It's time to hop on, Teletubbies. Let's open the door. Lala and Po are sitting in the very back. Dipsy and Tinky Winky are in front of them. Our family loves to play soccer. We have this soft, squishy green ball that we can play with indoors. It's so soft it doesn't break anything when we kick it around. When you play soccer, like any sports, you have to wear protective gear. These are shin pads. They rest on the front of your legs. You also need to wear soccer cleats so that you don't slip on the grass. If you're a goalie, you wear special goalie gloves. They're nice and thick to protect your fingers. The bus is about to leave. We need to shut the door. Shortly after they arrive at the soccer camp, they see the coaches and a few kids who are already in the camp. Passing is an important skill to learn in soccer. That is the first drill. Tinky Winky and Po start passing the ball to each other. Remember, kick using the inside of your foot. Po notices Lala sitting at the side. What's wrong, Lala? Why aren't you participating? Lala is afraid she won't be good at soccer. It doesn't matter how good you are, Lala. It's all about having fun. The more you practice, the better you get. Lala joins Tinky Winky and Po in passing the ball. Good job, Lala. Dipsy works on shooting the ball in the net. Soccer camp is so much fun. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Here comes the Playmobil NHL Zamboni. It's cleaning the ice after a long game of hockey. The Zamboni uses a blade and water to to make the ice nice and smooth. During the hockey game, the players' blades on their skates shave off some of the ice on the rink, and it makes it a little rougher surface and harder to skate on. After each period, the Zamboni waits for the ice to clear and drives up and down the length of the ice. Can you read the sticker on the Zamboni? It says danger. So a Zamboni is not to ride on, and nobody should be on the ice while it's driving. It's like a big vehicle with wheels and blades. Now let's talk about hockey players' equipment. Do you know what this is, tiny fans? It's a little mini hockey stick. This is what hockey players use to hit this. And this is called the puck. Now, what do hockey players wear on their feet when they're playing? Let's pretend the Zamboni driver gets off of his Zamboni and steps onto the ice. Well, he's just wearing regular shoes, and they don't have any grips, and he could slip and fall and hit his head on the ice. So it's very important to wear only skates on the ice. Here are some little hockey skates. They have a sharp silver blade, so you want to be careful not to touch the blade on your skates. Eventually, you learn to balance on the ice using your blades. Sometimes my feet get cold skating, so I wear warm socks, and I also want to make sure that my skates aren't too tight or too loose. So it's important to speak up to an adult if your skates aren't comfortable. Now, hockey, like with any sport, comes with some risk, so it's important to play with caution and wear the proper safety equipment. What is the Zamboni driver wearing on his head? It's a hard black helmet, but it's not really the type of helmet that a hockey player wears. This one is, and you can see it has a front wire mask to protect the face of the hockey player so that they don't get hit in the mouth, nose, or eye with a puck or a stick. Now if we take the straps off the side, you can see inside the helmet there's a little place for the chin to rest on. This one's nice and padded. And hockey players also need to protect their ears. On this helmet, there's a plastic piece at the side of the helmet. Now, as I walk outside, you may notice that we have a hockey net. And it needs some repairs, of course. Oh, and here's the puck. We just have a light plastic puck. And the stick is made of wood, but the blade is made of hard plastic. And this is what we use to play hockey outside as a family. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we're going to explore our Playmobil remote control race cars. First we have number 79, a black and yellow car. What I love about these cars is that they're very easy for tiny hands to use, and they're high quality, so they won't get wrecked or break if they hit something. The tires are like real rubber, so they grip the floors quite well. The second race car is bright green in color. Its tires are exposed, and it has an 8-ball on the side doors. Today we have a couple of our Teletubbies toys. They'll fit perfectly in the seat of the car. We need to turn it on, and Dipsy will go in the black car. Put your seatbelt on, Dipsy. And now we turn on the remote. There are actually lights that work on the car. So this toy is even fun to use at nighttime. We can go back and forth, or we can turn the tires. It takes a minute to get used to the controls. Plus, I'm holding the camera at the same time. We don't want to run into anything. Let's back up and take a big turn around the post. We just missed it. Oops! Now Lala's going to take a ride in our green car. Let's turn on the lights. Ooh, those headlights are quite bright. The lights on the back are red. It's just too hard for me to navigate the car and hold my camera at the same time. So I'm going to let Tiny Treasures Mini show us how to drive the car. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. The Teletubbies are celebrating a wedding between two of their very good friends. And they're going to have a special ride on a limousine by Playmobil today. Did you know a funny wedding tradition is to dangle cans from the back of the car? The Playmobil limousine comes with 3 Playmobil characters. There's the groom, the beautiful bride, and the driver of the limousine. None of the doors open on the car. Let's have a peek inside. There's the driver. He's all ready to go. I see the steering wheel, the radio, and the stick shift. There's even a window above him. Do you ever wonder what a real limousine looks like inside? This one's black. And look, they have 2 booster seats. Oh, and sparkling lights everywhere. Wow. Even have a tub of ice with water bottles. But you know me, Tiny fans. I have my own reusable water bottle. I take it with me everywhere. This Playmobil set comes with a bottle of sparkling water. It's on ice in the bucket. And there's some other drinks below. There's plenty of seating for everyone. And a TV pops up. It's a video of the couple getting married. There are many different flower bouquets attached to the front with a suction cup. We just push it down. Oh, let's try it here. There are 3 flower bouquets in the front and 1 in the very back. Let's see what the license plate says. Oh, it has 2 little hearts. And say the numbers with me. 179227. Now, how many of our toys are going to fit inside the limousine? Dipsy, Lala, Po. There's only room for 3 Teletubbies, but we need room for the new married couple. We took Lala out. The bride can go here, and the groom can go right beside her. Let's put the lid on the limousine. It's not snapping down. Sorry, Poe. Think the top of your head is sticking out of the limo. Everyone buckle in and stay seated as we drive away. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we have a very rare Playmobil set. It's the SL gas station. Before we start our story, let's set it up using time lapse. Well, that didn't take long. This set is from 1981, and we have our 3 ESO workers waiting for their first customer. Let's see who it is. It's Peppa Pig and her family. They're headed to the Ferris wheel. But first, they need to stop at ESO for some gas.
This is LOVE Radio. What a great day for a drive. Let's hear some music.
Hello and welcome to ESO. Do you need me to fill up your tank today? Yes, please, says Daddy Pig. The gas attendant grabs the nozzle and starts to fill the tank. Mummy, I learned at school today that gas emissions are bad for the environment. So why does a car need gas? Well, Peppa, this type of car needs gas to run. However, they are inventing more electric cars that run off electricity. I have a great idea, Peppa. How about we walk to the Ferris wheel from the gas station? That's a very lovely idea, Dad. My teacher says we should walk whenever we can and avoid using the gas car. I need to get my tires changed anyways. While they're changing my tires, we'll walk to the Ferris wheel. Daddy Pig pulls the car up the ramp into the garage where the tires will be changed. Thank you. We will be back to retrieve our car in a few hours. On the walk, Peppa notices a slimy slug on the ground. Hey, look, George, a slimy slug. Ooh! And George notices some black ants. What is he doing, George? Look, Daddy, I see the flag for the Ferris wheel up ahead. They arrive at the ticket booth. 4 tickets, please, says Peppa Pig. That'll be $40, please. Oh, look, Mommy and Daddy, the Ferris wheel lights up. I see blues, yellows, and reds. Okay, Tiny fans, it's quiz time. What animal did you see sniffing the flowers at the gas station? It was a dog, a brown chocolate dog. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye.